Hey, hope you're doing good. It's Chris here from 6-string Fingerpicking. In this lesson, we're learning how to play Everybody's Talking. Just before we get going, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, I've started doing weekly bonus lessons exclusively for people on my mailing list. So if you want to get these lessons completely for free, all you got to do is sign up to the list, and you can do that by clicking this link or the link down in the description. Okay, so here we go. For this one, capo on the 4th fret, and we're in standard tuning. And the intro goes like this. Okay, so there's quite a bit going on there, really. Even though there's capo still on the 4th fret, I'll be referring to the chords as if there were no capo on. So we're going to call this a C instead of an E chord. So holding down this C chord, what you want to do is play the 2nd and the 5th string together, and then you're going to play the 4th string, and then the 1st string. So then you're going to come back and play the 2nd string, and then you're going to use your little finger and you're going to play the 4th fret on the 3rd string, making it a C major 7 chord. So you want to play that note, 4th fret on the 3rd string. So put that all together and you've got okay, then we go to, it's like a C major 7 with a G in the bass. So what you want to do, keep your 2nd finger held down, open up the 1st, 2nd and 3rd string, and then take your 3rd finger and place that on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Okay, so like that. And then here, play strings 2 and 6, and then 4, 1, 2, 3. So it's the same pattern basically. It's just the bass that's moved from the A string to the E string. So, and then practice that. Round and round, so it's really important. It's actually quite fiddly. It's fiddly and the tempo's quite fast at 125 BPM. So get that down and then you're into the verse. So once you're into the verse, you do this twice more. And then it goes to C7. So what you want to do is hold a C7 down, so that, if you don't know, C chord, but then take your pinky and put that on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. Alright? And then here what we're going to do is it's basically the same pattern again, but just play strings 3 and 5, and then the pattern is as normal, so 4, 1, and then 2, 3. And then we flip to this chord, which is like a C6. I'm thinking of it as a C6 with a G in the bass. But the pattern is exactly the same as when we did that C major 7 with the G in the bass. So we're playing strings 3 and 6, and then 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is, and then flip. Okay, so this is like an A minor shape for your C6, but then you put your little finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So that change is a bit awkward, so you might just want to practice that. So that once more, and you do that twice. So the verse so far. C7. Then we've got a D minor 7, so think of an F chord, take your 3rd finger off. That's your D minor 7, alright? So it's frets 1, 1, 2, and then the open 4th string. And the pattern's kind of just moved up, so now we're going to play strings 1 and 4, and then 3, and then 1, and then 2 and 3. So it's the same pattern, it's just shifted up a set of strings. Okay, and then it's a G7 with a D in the bass, so first fret on the first string, and then strings 2, 3 and 4 are open. That's a really easy chord, but exactly the same pattern. So, and again do it twice on that chord. Alright, so that's not too bad. And then the last part of the verse is that, and you do this part twice. So what we do here, start with a C chord but with your first finger off, so a C major 7, and then play strings 3 and 5 together, and then hammer the second fret on the third string. Then play strings 4 and then 2, which will be open, and then back to the third string, second fret, and then the fourth string, which will of course be the second fret. So that's okay. And then we go to that C major 7 with a G in the bass. So first finger comes completely off, and third finger goes to the 6th string, 3rd fret. Play strings 3 and 6, and then strings 4, 2, 3, 4. So just that bit is, put it all together. And you do that twice. And that's the verse, so it all goes round again. So here is all of the verse, nice and slow. So really the only other section of the song is the chorus, and this section, it goes like this. It goes round that 4 times basically. Okay, so again it's exactly, if you think of the same pattern that we did on that D minor 7 to the G7, it's exactly the same pattern. We're just doing it on a D minor chord. So, and then a D minor major 7 chord. So if you just think the 3rd fret on the 2nd string goes back to the 2nd fret. Beautiful chord, same pattern. And then comes that D minor 7 chord again. Alright, so just, it's basically a D minor, but the B string is descending. It's a pretty common move in songwriting and very effective. And then comes that G7 chord again with the D in the bass. And we just do the pattern as normal on that. So that's not too hard. And then we do the intro progression, or the main progression kind of thing on that C chord again. Do that once, and then it goes to a C7. So you want to hold down that C7 chord again, and you do the progression, the pattern once on that. So remember that strings 3 and 5, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then I'll move the bass, so I'll put the 3rd finger down to the 3rd fret on the 6th, and I'll play strings 1 and 6, and then 4, 1, 2, 3. So just a C7. Okay, so let's put all that together. Sorry. And then that goes around 4 times. It's worth noting at this point, if you listen to the recording, that there's multiple guitars going on at the same time. So this one is just kind of the main guitar, the finger picking part that just will run right the way through, laying out the chords. There are added fills and that going on, but I've not included them in this lesson. So as I said, you repeat this progression for the chorus 4 times And on the fourth time, the last time coming out a bit, you get and then that links back to another verse. So you've just got this descending line, excuse me, basically going through it. So we do the finger picking pattern on the C chord. Then we go to a C major 7 with a G in the bass. So we want to add our pinky this time to the 4th fret of the 3rd string and play strings. We basically just do the pattern on that, but it's strings 3 and 6, 4, 1, 2, 3. So, and then, okay, and then C7 pattern on that. And then C6 with the G in the bass, you do the pattern on that. So and that gives you the really nice descending line inside the chord there, inside the chord, which then links you straight back to another verse, and you go right through the verse again. If you listen to the outro, it's going which is a part we have done before. It's the D minor 7 to the G7, and then you do that twice, and then back to that section. And it does that to fade, and as I say, there's a few guitars layered on top of it. So watch out for that. Okay, so other than that, you've got all the parts of the song. You just need to listen to it, jigsaw it all together, practice it, and you're good to go. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. I really hope that you've enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and head over to sixstringfingerpicking.com for loads more great fingerstyle guitar lessons. I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.